Hello friends, I hope you are doing well. In today's class, we will be designing a hair braid and you can already see the final render on the screen. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, I will delete the default cube and add a plane. Then I will rotate it 90 degrees on the x-axis. After that, I will go into edit mode, add an edge loop in the center and delete the top and bottom vertices. Now I will select this vertex and move it 6 meters along the x-axis. Then using Ctrl+R, I will add 7 more vertices. So in total, we will have 9 vertices in this object. Next, I will select the second vertex and move it 1 meter upward, and then move the fourth vertex 1 meter downward. Then I will skip one vertex and move the next one up by 1 meter. Again skip one and move the next down by 1 meter. Now I will switch to top view and select the 3 vertices after the first one, then move them 1 meter upward. Next I will skip one vertex and move the following 3 vertices 1 meter downward. Then I will move this part 0.5 meters downward and this vertex 0.5 meters upward. For snapping, you can hold the control key while moving to snap to increments. At this point, you should see a shape forming. Now I will press Ctrl+2 to add a subdivision surface modifier which will smooth the object. Then I will go ahead to apply the subdivision surface modifier. Now I will right click and choose convert to curve. Then I will go to the curve data tab and under the geometry section, I will increase the depth value in bevel settings. This will create a nice rounded shape. Next, I will go to the modifiers tab and add an array modifier. Here I will adjust the factor value just enough so the gap between each segments is minimal. Then I will enable merge and you will notice that the seam is no longer visible because the vertices have merged. Now I can increase the count value to define the length of the braid. Now I will add another array modifier and this time I will set the count value to 3. I will adjust the factor value just enough so that the braid shape is formed properly. In my case, a value around 0.044 works well for this subject. Next, I will go to the curve data tab and increase the depth value. But you will notice that by doing this creates larger gaps between the parts. To fix this, I will go back to the modifiers tab and reduce the factor value in the first array modifier to close those gaps. For a better view and easier adjustments, I will temporarily disable the second array modifier so we can focus only on the first part of the braid. Now I will carefully fine-tune the factor value to get the perfect shape. You can also increase the merge distance. The higher the value, the more nearby vertices will be merged automatically. Now I will re-enable the second array modifier and this will complete the braid design. Next I will right click and select shade smooth to make the surface look cleaner. After that I will duplicate this braid so we can design another version with the more stylized look. I will press Shift plus right click to place the 3D cursor at a new location. Then create a circle and set the vertex value to 20. Now I will select the braid, go to the curve data tab and under the bevel section, choose object. Then using the eyedropper tool, I will pick the circle as the bevel object. But first I will select the circle, right click and choose convert to curve. Then in the object field, I will pick this converted circle. Now I will select the circle again, go into edit mode and move its points to give the braid a stylized look. For edit detail, I will press Ctrl+2 to add a subdivision surface modifier. Now that the braid is complete, I will create a path to shape it however I want. I will go into edit mode, scale it up and adjust the shape. Then I will select the braid, use selection to cursor and add a curve modifier to it. In the curve object field, I will select the path I just created. After that, I will select the path, go into edit mode and move the points to shape the braid however I like. You can also select any point and press Ctrl+T to twist. Or use Alt+S to scale any individual points on the path. This way we can give the braid any shape we want. Now if you look closely, the starting and ending points of the braid does not look very clean. They can definitely be improved. To fix this, I will duplicate the object and temporarily remove the curve modifier. I will also delete the second array modifier for now. First, I will fix the gap between the segments by reducing the factor value in the array modifier. Then I will duplicate the object and move it along the x-axis, placing it manually where it fits. After that, I will duplicate it again, but this time I will mirror it along the global y-axis and then move it along the x-axis to the other side. Now you will see that the starting and ending points look much cleaner and the issue is resolved. Of course, you can use the braid as it is, but this method looks much cleaner and more refined. Now if you want, you can join all these parts together and apply a curve modifier to give it any shape, or you can also keep them separate and still use the curve modifier on each part individually. Personally, I prefer to keep them separate. So now I will select one part, press Shift+S and choose cursor to selection. Then I will create a path at that location and scale it up in edit mode. Finally, I will select the part again and add a curve modifier to it. Now to apply the curve modifier to the other two parts, I will first select both of them. Then select the last object, the one that already has the modifier. Then I will go to the curve modifier setting, click on the small arrow icon and choose copy to select it. Now I can select the curve path and assign any shape I want. You can also press Alt+S to scale the curve at any point. Next, I will position the braid onto the desired object. It's very simple. Just select both the object and the path. Move them near the target object. Then enter edit mode for the path. Adjust the points to fit the surface shape and shape it accordingly. To twist the braid, use Ctrl+T on the selected curve points. So using this method, you can create any style of braid design you like. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to like and share it. And if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe because you will find plenty of useful 3D related tutorials here. We will meet again in the next class. Until then, take care.